good news for all of you guys who have tuned in early for this one. We're ready to get going in the opening series of the day, the first of 4 to finish off week 1 of group stage. This is exciting because I think Sandrock Gaming are one of the most anticipated teams for this tournament. Obviously, they're the only team who were invited directly besides... I forgot to tell them colours again. Dem Girls. Wait, what colour are Dem Girls? Blue, right? Always forget to tell. I always forget to tell, but thank you for reminding me to remind the players. Hopefully Ixo's here. He is the one who said that they were ready to go, and he is here. Ixo, Breezy and Greasy had an impressive, relatively impressive start to their league play yesterday, but a completely unsuccessful result overall, and they are off to a horrendous start in game 1 against Sandrock Gaming. This is going to be really interesting to see how SRG can do. They don't need any introduction. Khaled, Ahmed and Senzo. They've been tearing up the EU scene in the off-season, and now they're going to try and do it during the season. So interesting to see in the year of the Intel Open. I know that a lot of you guys have been waiting, and patiently in some cases, but I'm sure not so patiently in others. You've been waiting to see SRG play. I'm with you guys on that. This is exciting to watch. But also for Dem Girls, they need to turn their league around. They didn't get the start they were looking for against Vitality. And I said that, it was an impressive performance, but not the good result. That's a bad touch by Ahmed, but he's not going to be punished. He's still hitting the post there. Like I've been saying all tournament long, the game win-loss differential will matter, or could matter, should there be tie breaks. Teams finishing off on the same score. And in that case, Dem Girls really can't afford to lose today because they've already been swept one time. And I don't think that SRG are going to be easy to sweep for anybody in this tournament. They're just so quick. Their offense is insane, but I'll tell you who else has got some pretty good offense is Dem Girls. That's a phenomenal pass by Greasy. The key to that one is that he's faking a shot while he comes in, and the goalkeeper for Sandrock can't be sure whether Greasy's going to just fire that one on target or not. Now Breezy's got an opportunity. Flip reset, of course. Why wouldn't he? Greasy comes in for the finish. And that's just fantastic by Breezy once again. We saw him yesterday doing this against Vitality, and he's back today with more aerial trickery against SRG. Now we did have one scrim, one kind of show match that we streamed not too long ago between these two teams. That was a matchup that SRG did win. They were victorious. I think it was 3-1 overall in the series. And in that match, their offense was terrifying. Their infield passing was world class, but their defense did look a bit messy, and Dem Girls are going to be trying to punish that with their own effective offense. Oh my days, Ahmed has just slammed in a double touch from close range. Senzo must have called him off that, but look at the bump as well by Khaled on the back wall. Everything coming in at once for SRG. Both these teams have got some ridiculous offensive power, and Dem Girls, I think they're the more comfortable of the two teams sitting back in defense. But are they going to be able to do that against a team like SRG? I don't know, because I really feel like SRG are going to come at them much harder than Vitality did yesterday. I don't expect to see any ball left unchecked, so that's just going to go straight in. Senzo's been demoed, and the other two players have continued onwards. There's Senzo going forwards. Khaled looking for a 50-50. Dodges a bit greedily to the right. Wanted the shot, perhaps. Didn't think about covering the clear ball, nor did Ahmed. And that's going to be 3-2. So many goals already in this matchup. I can't remember how many we had in the Vitality versus Dem Girls series yesterday, but this already might have outdone it because goals are just flying in. I'm going to actually check. I'm going to refresh my memory. Yeah, we had 11 goals. It was 3-2, 3-2, 1-0 yesterday. So this is on track to having more goals in one game than the entire series did yesterday. If we keep going like this. Already 6 in the first half of the game. No defense to speak of for either team to a team. And that's almost another goal for Khaled as the shot ricochets off the bar. There's a follow-up from Senzo. But Breezy carries it clear. Nice 50-50 by him. Senzo looking for a bump on the recovery. They're always staying active. Sandrock Gaming. Greasy with an awkward position out. Breezy's got him covered as the near post shot comes in. No bumps connecting for Sandrock Gaming, not for now at least. And that clear by Khaled is not good enough. It's straight at Greasy. Greasy will fire a shot timidly at the goalkeeper. A quiet moment perhaps. The storm of goals has calmed down. It was mostly Dem Girls who were getting those goals though, so I don't know if they'll mind going back into that. Look at this bump by Khaled. He's just pre-flipped into that one off the back wall. Luckily for Dem Girls, there was no shot coming in to worry about. Ixo has some time to control the ball in the back corner, but doesn't have too much time before he's closed down. Now Khaled into the air, looking for the double touch, and he's got it on target. Pre-jump the wall bounce to the side before going for that one. Ixo with a redirect on target. Ahmad saves that one. Just been relentless offense by both teams. One of the most entertaining series or matches we've seen in the tournament so far. These two really do bring the best out of each other. And that's another shot from Ahmad just going wide. There have been close calls several times for Dem Girls defensively. They know just how dangerous SRG can be. Khaled with the centre ball. It's going to drop straight down. Greasy manages to pinch it clear slowly. Final 43 seconds for SRG. They could really use another goal to keep this interesting at the end. They're not as desperate for individual game wins as Dem Girls are, but just like Dem Girls, every game matters for SRG. If they're going to end up in a tie with one or more teams, it looks like Dem Girls might have had their number this game after an explosion of goals in the mid-game. It calmed down, and Dem Girls have done really well to prevent SRG from scoring. Got a little bit of help from the post and the crossbar, but it was mostly their own doing, and that's going to lock in the Game 1 win. First win for Dem Girls in the tournament. And SRG are going to have to come back from behind in this one. That's a different story than the one time they did play on my stream earlier in the year. If I remember correctly, they were 1-0 ahead in that series, then 1-1, and then they went 2-1 and then 3-1 to win it. So this is not how they wanted it to go. Khaled attempting something flashy to finish off the game. That's not going to work out either. Dem Girls with their first win. Such an important one. They really do need a series win today though, on top of an individual game win, if they're going to have a chance to get out of this group on their own terms. Who's on Dem Girls? Well, you saw it right there at the end of the game on the scoreboard. I'll put it up again for you. One of the best teams coming out of RLRS at the moment is Dem Girls. Looks like we're waiting on Ahmad to rejoin the lobby here. He should be able to get back in. Good luck reading the names of the scoreboard, by the way. Is this an EU servers? Yes, it is, indeed. The SRG boys and all the players from the Middle Eastern region do play predominantly on the EU servers. They get, obviously, practice against the best players in the world there. And the ping disadvantage that they get is not completely devastating. It's playable. I mean, you don't have to look any further than North America to see other players who do play with that ping. Anybody who's trying to play competitive Rocket League in North America from the West Coast has to do the exact same thing that SRG are doing, and that's play with 80, 90, 100 ping sometimes, because that's just the way it is. Most of the players are from the East Coast, so all the matches are usually played on the East Coast server, except in cases where you've got two teams who are all West Coast players. It'll be really interesting to see in the future if another team comes out from the Middle East region who can do battle and take games off SRG, because at the moment they are the team in the region who are able to compete. Ahmad was really the first player who came out of the region and started taking games off top players in ranked. He made a name for himself. Khaled followed him, and then Senzo as well. Now they've got a full team of incredibly mechanically gifted players who are building their team synergy and trying to just get experience against the best teams in Europe wherever they can. That's, you know, one of the benefits for them for playing in this tournament. Even if they don't make it through group stage, they've still had 3 series in competition against some of the best teams in EU. It'll surely be valuable for them moving forward as a team in this year. Ixo with a hard clear. Senzo and Khaled both up for it. At least if you are going to double commit, one person does get the ball. Not going to be too bad for you. Slow start to game 2 for both teams. Dem Girls have settled in defensively now. They're having a lot more success breaking down the SRG offense before it gets going, because if you let SRG come forward all the way into your box and take shots, you're not going to have a good time. That's a miss by Senzo. Ahmad to the rescue. He'll flip away from that ball as Khaled enters the fray. Looking for a dunk off this wall shot. We have had a real drought of goals after 6 quick ones in the first half of game 1. We had 5 minutes scoreless for both teams. But Dem Girls are going to be the happier of the 2 teams about this, because they've got that 1-0 lead. Oh, what shot though by Senzo. Ahmad with the assist into the middle. And this is what they're best at. Infield passes. Ixo just got beaten to the ball there. And what placement by Senzo. Top shelf, top corner. And SRG start strong again. Dem Girls were able to respond quickly in game number 1. They'll need to do likewise here. They're almost immediately scoring. Breezy's wall shot off the corner. Oh, it looks like everybody's DC'd, or I have. I think the server might be down here. What was the time? It was 2:14, 1-0. Okay. Making a note of that one. But yeah, I think we're still live, so we can remake this one. No problem. Not going to have to wait too long. It's actually, strangely enough, a better outcome than what I initially thought happened. I just saw Greasy making circles in the middle of the field, and I thought, oh no, Greasy's disconnected. That's awkward. How are we going to deal with that one? But if everybody DC'd, he said he scored a sick double. Oh yeah. Right. Right. So what we're gonna do is just start a lobby and do nothing. What I'll do right now while we're waiting for the 214. Well, what is going on over here? What is this? I didn't know you could stack cars like this, but I certainly approve. Major tournament, by the way. Psionics approved. I hope this is what they had in mind when they, you know, made this tournament happen. That's incredible. They look like frogs or something. Chameleons just sitting on the wall, trying to blend in. They never show this part at RLCS. Yeah, this part at RLCS would just have casters talking to the camera. You wouldn't see what the players are up to in game, but I'm not going to go to a holding screen. I'll leave it on this screen for you guys. That's the kind of content you can only catch here. So we're about to get the goal. Here it comes. Prepare yourself. Ahmad, please don't mess this up. Don't miss. And a shot for Ahmad. Oh, it's in 1 second early. Rip, we have to do it again. No, I'm just kidding. That'll do. Close enough. Remake. Greasy. Greasy hit it in early. Totally ruined. Anyway, let's get on with it. It's 1-0 SRG game 2. Can they hold on? A bit of a difficult reset there. No admin mode to just make the game and get right back into it. So SRG's momentum might have been slowed down somewhat. Big dunk by Breezy. He's looking for another one. And Ixo's all over. The clear ball. Ahmad will snatch it clear. Senzo with the knock-on. Crucial that he did get that touch because Dem Girls were lurking and there was no goalkeeper for SRG. Both teams have to be so careful clearing the ball down the middle as the aggression, the positioning of the second man for both these teams is so high up the field. They're immediately in position to follow up on any centre or any weak clear. Everything has to go to the side, really. Minute and 30 left. Still, same score as we came back in with. Breezy misses his second touch on the centre. This is dangerous now for Breezy. He's got to delay here. And he does. until Ixo backs him up. Ahmad sends it down the line. It's like SRG are quite content to just hold this 1-0 and try and get into game 3 all tied up. Breezy into the backboard. It's defended. SRG with more hard clears, relieving the pressure quite easily. Credit to Dem Girls on the day though. They've not had the same problems they had against Vitality yesterday. That struggling to get the ball clear. Some mishits and some poorly chosen angles to clear with. That's not been an issue today. They're doing much better. Khaled very wisely avoids the dunk. He's all the way through, and that's going to be a shot into the net. Thanks to Senzo's pressure off the ball. Khaled just dismantling the defense here, completely ruining that first challenge. Well played, Senzo, off the ball to get the pressure on the goalkeeper. These guys are really hard to defend against. They've got threats on the ground, threats in the air. They've got some really, really early reads on wall bounces. It's reminiscent of watching RCD Espanyol play. Like sometimes they get accused of ball chasing, but it's just because they're so fast at reading where a bounce is going to go. They just get there before their opponents. Breezy with a deft touch top corner. It's going to be open for it, but Khaled with a pre-jump save keeps them 2-0 ahead. Surely that's enough to get the win in game 2. Khaled dominating after the restart at both ends of the field. And I'm sure that's going to come as a very pleasant viewing experience to all the Khaled fans who are watching. He's really made a name for himself recently in 1v1, but threes is his main game mode. These guys are taking this seriously. They want to get up there in the top of the standings and really show people what they can do. It's more damage to Dem Girls. Chances as well moving forward. So what's going on? Okay, I saw another car reversing slowly. I thought, is this another disconnect? But it's fine. We're into game 3. Come on, Psionic servers, you can do it. I for one, I believe in them. I think that this is going to be a 5-minute game with no restarts. Let's make it happen. Game 3. Get Khaled to start streaming. Here's a thing about Khaled, right? So when he first played on my stream, I think it was a 2v2 that he played with Ahmad, and they crushed, I don't remember who it was, but they absolutely decimated some European 2v2 team. And afterwards I said to Khaled, I said, hey, do you have like a Twitch, Twitter, YouTube link or anything that you want me to put in the video description for this? And he said, no, it's fine. He just wants to play Rocket League. Doesn't really care about all that. So I don't know if he's even got one. I don't know if he has any social media or YouTube channel or stream or anything like that. But of course, I would love to see that. He's got some of the smoothest plays in the game. So efficient. That's a great save. Khaled under pressure, but look at the recovery time. Making a double save look easy with almost no boost. That's a crossbar to the rescue for Dem Girls again. SRG. A good run of form here. I was talking to Scrubkill about Khaled the other day. He's just in pure admiration of Khaled's car control, the efficiency of his movement, and the fluidity of his movement. You almost never see him, messing up a landing or messing up a turn. He's just so fast as a result. Makes it look easy. Breezy. 1v1 here with Ahmad. A bit of a disruptive touch though from Senzo, who's been working hard off the ball to keep Dem Girls out of the game wherever he can. It's still SRG, who are on a good streak here. They've not had too many problems from Dem Girls offensively. Here comes Khaled again on the ground. He's challenged well by Breezy. I think Dem Girls are one of the teams who are better equipped to deal with the solo ground plays that Khaled, Ahmad are going to be bringing to the table. In particular, Khaled with the bounce dribbling. If he can get any of those started, you all know what he can do. But Ixo and Breezy have certainly got quite a lot of experience in timing that kind of challenge. Chance for Ixo, no boost to get the double off the ceiling. Not enough at least. Now Ahmad is going to make one of those ground plays. Looking to go underneath Breezy, but Breezy does do well to keep him out. Just as we were talking about. Ixo with a pop over the top of Khaled. Senzo's going to try and find Khaled downfield. This is a bit awkward for him. Senzo had the option to go off the diagonal wall there. Surprised he didn't. Ahmad was behind him, ready to attack any high ball. More off the ball work by Senzo. And again, Ahmad this time being involved. And it's just destruction from SRG. That makes the goal happen. Senzo with one demo. Ahmad with another. Ahmad was even looking for Ixo after that first one. Dem Girls need to try and step up here. They smashed in so many goals in the first half of game 1, and now they've gone over 10 minutes of gameplay without scoring a single goal. Something has to change. They need to try and change the pace of the game. Great reaction by Khaled. That was on target from Dem Girls. The awareness to read a shot coming in right behind him in the blind spot there. Unbelievably impressive. Senzo misses the overhead. Ahmad to the rescue again though. Always have that second player ready to cover. Since game 1 started, that's really been causing Dem Girls problems. They don't have a uncontested touch to work with very often. Breezy trying to find Breezy down the line. Actually another miss from Senzo. He is struggling to make contact at times in defense. And now he's all alone and he's bumped out of the way. That's, oh, it's off the bar for Breezy. So close to an equalizer. But yet so far, still the Dem Girls coming forward. Breezy doesn't get the takeoff he's looking for. He will try to flip reset this one. He's dunked it into the post. Oh my days. Breezy always finds a way. But it is SRG who are hanging on here. Ixo has his flip available. Going to leave Greasy to take this one. Boost is just not there for them in the final third. SRG are on the ropes. Senzo again looking a bit awkward in defense. There's nobody covering the back wall here. For SRG it is dangerous. Khaled felt confident in his ability to read the ball overhead. You know, I would agree with him there. He's not had any issues in that aspect of the game today. Just one more chance for Dem Girls potentially. Look at the deep rotations of SRG. They're not going to give any opportunities overhead. Greasy being dispossessed by Ahmad on the halfway line. That's 2-0. It's just another game where Dem Girls have not been able to find the back of the net. They've come close, there's no denying that. But the defense from SRG has been sufficient. Not been as organized as some other teams in EU that we've seen play this tournament. Your Vitalities perhaps, your Dignitas, your Veloces certainly. But they've got the reaction time. There was one save from Khaled in this game and another from Khaled in the last game, which are just impressive. No other word to say to describe it. Really, really clutch plays in defense. This is the last chance though for Dem Girls. If they lose here, they're going to be 1 game win and 6 game losses in the standings. And that will mean that they'll have to rely on other results going in their favor. They're going to need Vitality to sweep SRG, and then they're going to need to sweep Singularity if they're going to have any chance of making it into the playoffs. Have SRG versus NRG on OCE servers. I imagine that the SRG connection to OCE servers will be horrendous. It will be really, really bad. But hey, we'll have to wait and see. Game 4. 2 in a row for SRG. 2 clean sheets in a row as well. That's not something I expected coming from them. I had them as the favourite to win this one marginally, just because I have seen them beat Dem Girls on my own stream earlier in the year. But I expected there to be goals for both teams in every single game, as the defense has been lacking for SRG a lot more than their offense has. But they've just had so much pressure, and they've been so quick to follow up on each other's misplays. Dem Girls haven't had much time to capitalise. They're having opportunities, but the window to react to any SRG misplays is so small, because the next guy is always coming in for this shot. And speaking of, Khaled with a double. They just don't miss from this position. Greasy with an unfortunate touch into the middle of the box here. You can't have any uncontested hits for SRG in this area. Doesn't matter who's up for that, they're going to score the double every single time. That's just something they don't miss. And it's more problems for Dem Girls. It was a bit unlucky there for Greasy. Didn't know much about the ball as he ran into it. But they, of course, know that they can do better. And they have to do better. Khaled, under pressure, still makes the save. Greasy misses his corner read. Really has been a masterclass at both ends of the field from Khaled. Of course, there's been quite a lot of discussion about whether or not he as an individual is RLCS caliber. A lot of professional players weighing in on that discussion. I personally think he absolutely is, not just because of his ability on the field, but because of what he can do off the field mentally. He just doesn't seem to get tilted at all. One of the most likely players to come back from behind that I've ever seen in the one scene. Breezy, saved by Senzo. That is wide open though for Breezy. Tries to shoot it low to the bottom corner, but you ran out of boost. He couldn't get the hardest shot. Senzo looking for a clear ball. That's stopped by Breezy. Now here comes Breezy into the bar. Every single backboard hit is blocked and intercepted by SRG though. That's a great pass. Greasy to the top shelf. And Dem Girls are back in it. Almost 15 minutes of gameplay where they couldn't score. But that is perfection by Ixo and Greasy. The pass and the shot, both unstoppable. They've woken up finally in a matchup where they absolutely needed to. Ixo trying to go solo into Khaled. He of course knows a lot about that, and he doesn't fancy it all that often. You know, SRG as a whole, if they're able to come back from adversity with any of the sort of consistency that Khaled does in his solo games, then they're going to be an absolutely terrifying team. They're going to be so difficult to get out of a series. You know, when you've got so few opportunities to show what you can do, of course, you're going to take every single one of them and try and make it work out for you to the best of your ability. Khaled on the back wall sends clear to the side of the field. He's got some time here. Breezy making sure it's challenged as early as possible. Didn't want to give Khaled a freebie there. Breezy, great speed. He's got Senzo in an awkward position. Senzo's done really well. Keeps the ball so close to the wall, and he gets multiple 50-50s on the exit from his own half. He's jumped away from the ball here to let Ahmad in. This is so dangerous so for Dem Girls. Ixo, as he just double touched that on target, almost an own goal, but at the end of the day it's a great touch in fact, because the ball's hugged the back wall and there's no way for SRG to follow it up. Excellent play in defense, but you know the difference between an excellent play and the worst possible play was so small there. Ixo had to be careful. Khaled sends it into the middle. For a moment here, we do have no defense for SRG, but Breezy could only hit the ball into the corner. Khaled has just so much boost left whenever he's making these aerial plays. Usually, players arrive in these kind of positions, they'd be starved, but he just doesn't waste any of it. Dem Girls still in a tie game though. It's really nice play on the recovery by Greasy. Make sure that Ahmad didn't get the ball over the top of him. Senzo running into the ball as he came back towards it. Respect being shown to Breezy there by Khaled. Knew the touch was likely to come in. Senzo over the top of two. Ahmad is up for the rebound. It's hit slowly though. And that's a let-off for Dem Girls. They of course know better than to give any rebounds for free in that area. Great save by Khaled. He's managed to knock this into Ahmad on the right-hand side of the field. Now Ahmad off the ball, trying to make something happen, but oh dear, it's gone in! And Ixo is the one who scored it. It looked like it was going to be SRG profiting from this play, but Senzo and Khaled have both come forward for the same ball, and they've forgotten about defense. What a shot by Ixo. That could be huge. Not what you were expecting when you saw the entire SRG lineup coming forward at once. Ahmad gonna look for Khaled at the side of the field. Senzo denied by Breezy, who's actually stopped the entire team in the corner. And that's going to go into the ground. Game 5 looms. What a shot. What an interception by Ixo to keep Dem Girls in this one. Just when it looked like SRG were going to get their 3rd win in a row, they were away on the counter. They had all the options in the world. Ixo managed to get a perfect challenge, and he read Senzo so well. He knew Senzo wanted to make a touch on the ball. Instead of just immediately passing or shooting it, he got straight in there and he made his shot count. On target from distance. So important that he got that onto the net. Would have been so easy for him to miss that chance, not even see the opportunity, and put it wide into the corner. And here it is, game 5. SRG still looking for the perfect start. Dem Girls trying to save their group stage. Such an important game here. Game that could determine who has an opportunity to advance into the playoffs. Senzo has to use his jump to get the ball into the middle off the ceiling. Early attack from Ahmad. He was last man back there. He knew Breezy wouldn't expect him to be coming for that. Ixo runs out of boost on his approach. How are SRG going to respond to that one? You talked about the mental capability of Khaled in the last game. Now they've all got to step up, because a couple of the goals, one in game 1 and one in the last game, just going in for free because they all come forward and leave their net open. They have to focus. Watch out for those hard clears from Dem Girls. So after seeing how they just won that last game, I would not be surprised to see Dem Girls trying to draw SRG in. That was a huge opportunity. It's gone wide of the target. That's not good enough for Dem Girls. They need to test the goalie there. But they've got SRG completely backed up onto their goal line. And SRG are struggling to get the ball clear. Breezy actually muscled off the ball there by Ahmad. He knew the demo was threatening. Didn't want to move in for it. Ahmad with another big clear. He's done well for his team here. Got them some room to breathe. You know, this is why a lot of people were looking at Group B as one of the groups of death. These two teams, one of them RLRS, the other one the Middle Eastern wild card. And they look like they could beat anyone on their day because they're just so scary offensively. That's the danger of all the RLRS teams these days. Just the mechanics are so sound and the offense is so scary. If you're not switched on, if you're not focused for the entire 5 minutes of every single game, you could just concede. Left, right and center. Breezy, brilliant speed by him. He's trying to pinch this in, and he will. Ixo's off the ball. Demo and Ahmad leaves the net wide open. Look at Ixo putting in work here. One demo comes back around for another one, and he caught Ahmad jumping as well. And Breezy just put the ball on target. Did what Ixo couldn't do earlier. And that's 1-0 Dem Girls. Huge for them after such a disappointing result yesterday. Khaled testing Breezy at the back. He's also demoed Ixo. That's going to be a relatively free aerial for Ahmad, but what recovery by Breezy. He just got his nose on the end of that one. Senzo to the back wall, no double. Breezy was coming off the goal line. Senzo had the opportunity for a shot on target. Breezy lands on Khaled. It's all offense now for SRG. Dem Girls are going to try and do what SRG could not do last game. That's close out a 1-0 lead. They're just waiting for a moment to hit them on the counter like last game in the closing seconds. Breezy doing exactly that. He was looking to see if Ahmad would sneak too far forward, leave himself out of position. Senzo called off the ball by Khaled, who's got a disappointing hit to the side of the goal. No real threats coming in just yet, but there's one, saved well by Ixo. Huge pre-jump by the Englishman to keep SRG at bay. Flip reset for Khaled! And this shot goes in. There were two goalkeepers on the line. Breezy at the back post, Greasy at the near one, but neither one of them could keep out the shot. Khaled pops off once again. With a minute and 18 left, we are all tied up. Anybody's game. But really, it's we Dem Girls who need it more. Their win-loss record is going to be horrendous if they lose this. It's going to be almost unsalvageable. SRG completely even for the time being. Of course, they still have to play against Vitality, so this game means so much to them as well. Especially considering they don't have RLRS or RLCS to look forward to at the weekends. This is their big tournament at the moment. Ixo, a weak first touch. He's quite fortunate not to have the ball taken away from him there. Greasy off target with the double. Senzo wins the race to the ball, and he's got it coming down the line. That's a great boost steal by Greasy. Multiple players committing to this one, and a demo by Ahmad. It's going to take away the support for Dem Girls briefly. That's brilliant in defense still by Greasy. Gets two players out of the game. Ahmad dispossesses him, fires high, and is saved again by Ixo. He's had a great game defensively. 15 seconds left in the ace match. If there's any man who can individually take this one, surely it would be Khaled. It's been his day today for the most part. But where's the goal going to come from? Not going to come in regulation time. Overtime. Game 5. Who wants it more? Who can stay focused under immense pressure? Khaled looking for the bump inside the goal, but not all in for it. He's already recovered. Breezy, it's in the middle. That's uncontested for Eek, so that was dangerous. That looks so similar to two of the goals that SRG have conceded already, where they're forward with all three members. And a shot just rolls in from the halfway line or beyond. Ixo couldn't get enough power on it. Even though he read that infield pass, it's still gone to Senzo, who's missed his rebound. Ahmad, as he often is, ready to take over, ready to come in, take his turn. Dem Girls are under so much pressure. Your boost is starting to run out for them. They need a hard clear, and they need it soon. Infield to Senzo. He's going to pop it high to the top corner. Khaled knows that the boost is running out for Dem Girls. They're trying to keep the pressure on. They're trying to keep launching the ball forward. That's such a high center. Ahmad couldn't get up high enough for it. Greasy's starved. Ixo's got 24. Breezy is the one who needs to make something happen here. But where is the hard clear when they need it most? Dem Girls can't find it. Ahmad with a flip reset. He's going to win it in OT. The same way that Khaled equalized earlier in the game. And these guys mean business. SRG with an incredible Game 5 win over Dem Girls. An absolute heartbreaker for the RLRS squad. But SRG, what a debut. What an entrance to the league that is. 3-2 with an overtime flip reset goal. And their equalizer earlier in the game was also a flip reset goal, in case one wasn't enough. Wow. These guys know how to play some good Rocket League. Not just good Rocket League, but entertaining as well. These two styles, by the way, match up beautifully against each other. And, you know, credit to Dem Girls for having their half of that. It's not just Sandrock Gaming who played an entertaining series. It was Dem Girls as well, and they brought the best out of SRG today. But it's SRG who join Singularity at the top of the standings in Group B. Dem Girls are all the way at the bottom, and they need other results to go in their favour now. Pretty desperate position for them. You can see on the right hand side of your screen there just how things are looking for Group B at the moment. SRG interview. I'm going to ask them if they want to hop on Discord for an interview. Hello, Senzo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I do.
How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing fine. I guess nervous.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Hey, listen, congratulations on that ridiculous win. What a series. Did you think that it was going to be close today against Dem Girls?
I mean, in my opinion, I thought we're gonna lose to Dem Girls because they scrim every day. I think to prepare for RLRS. So I mean, we can't scrim any teams nowadays because we're not allowed to play. So yeah, I mean, we expected, in my opinion, expected a loss, but somehow I got carried so hard by my teammates. So I'm grateful.
Oh, not at all. I mean, I think you all popped off today. You all played great. Now, yeah, looking at the standings, you, Vitality, and Singularity all have one win. You're all very, very close, but you've got to play against both of those teams next week. Yeah, who do you expect to be the more difficult matchup?
Definitely, definitely Vitality because we never played them before. But the last ESM tournaments thing, we played like against them twice and we beat them like 4-0. But still, that was before they qualified for RLRS. I mean RCS. So I mean, we have
Yeah.
to like never underestimate them and
So,
expect like
yeah.
the best from them.
So you've got good results against Singularity in the past, but that was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, a while ago.
So, I mean, Sandrock Gaming. I talked about this during the series. You don't, of course, have RLRS. And you don't have RLCS. Does that mean that you guys are really taking this tournament as seriously as possible? Are you guys all grinding threes right now to try and get the best possible result, or are you just trying to take it casual, enjoy it as much as possible? What's the mentality going into these tournament games?
I mean, every time I want to play like threes with Ahmed and Carl, they just ditch me in belators, so it's kind of pissed me off now. So yeah, every time we're trying to scrim, like a team like saying we can't, we don't full, or sometimes teams like want to ditch us. I mean, I totally get it because we're not in the tournament. So yeah,
I don't know. I mean, if I'm being frank, I think that one of the reasons why teams might not want to scrim against you, and this is pure speculation, but I think it's because they just don't want to lose, and they know that they might lose, and it's like an ego thing. You guys aren't in RLRS, you're not RLCS, and you still beat everybody, or you still take games and you're styling on people, you're making clips. That can't feel good to RLCS and RLRS teams, but in my opinion, you guys just have to keep on doing your thing, and I'm sure with more and more results coming in, other teams will want to practice against you because they're bound to learn something. You guys are playing some great Rocket League. Are you going to be competing as a trio in the Intel Open this year?
I mean, we have the next week. I think we're playing against Vitality, right?
Oh, yeah, well, you have TEI. You're playing
Uh,
Vitality. You're playing Singularity. But the Intel Open, the world, the
oh, the
Olympics thing.
Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
You guys are taking
I
part
mean,
in that.
no, I mean we cannot take a break right now because it's been like the 3 months later, so it's kind of like we're not like ready for it. But
Hmm.
we'll definitely scrim against like Middle Eastern team, get used to the play style, because it's kind of hard if you like scrim against European team and suddenly change to a Middle Eastern like teams. It's impossible.
Oh, yeah. Is
But
the
yeah,
play
we will
style
do
really
our best.
different?
Yeah,
What kind of
exactly.
differences are there? I'm curious.
I mean, I don't have to say, but it's like the Middle East is like I see ball, I hit ball, just break it down. Yeah, so if you play against European teams, they're like playing good strategies, passing plays. But when you play against Middle Eastern teams, like literally triple commit, they don't care about. I mean, I'm talking real though because I played against them. So yeah,
Oh man, I need to play on the Middle East server. I think I need to see this for myself. Although I don't think it would be very
they
fun
don't want.
because if Middle Eastern
Trust
players
me.
are faster than European players in the European servers, I can't even imagine how quick they are on low ping. Like, do you guys wish or do you hope that in the future you'll get a chance to play on a LAN environment and experience some lower than 80 ping for once?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so though. I want to see what we can do.
And what would you predict? How much of a difference do you think that would make for
I
you?
mean, I can't predict to be honest because I've never been sitting next to Ahmed before. Because we don't have like three tournaments in Saudi Arabia, so it's kind of different. But in my experience, the first tournament is going to be difficult because it's gonna get used to the stage and everything. Especially we don't have the experience to compete against RCS team, so it's gonna be a
Hmm.
difficult one.
Well, once again, congratulations on the win today. Good luck next week in your games. I know
Thank
you've got everybody really excited to watch you guys play. You've got me really excited to watch you guys play as well. But thanks as well for coming to talk to us and give us some of your thoughts on the series. I know it's not easy, but honestly, your English is better than mine. You're fine.
biggest
No
gap.
Yeah, maybe next time Khaled and Ahmed will want to talk to us as well. But no
Yeah,
pressure, no pressure.
I will. Thank you for having me.
Hey, have a good rest of your day, Senzo. Talk
You
to you
too.
later.
Nice.
See, that was Senzo from SRG. Really awesome to hear his thoughts on this tournament and their team. What? Hey, listen though, Ahmed and Khaled ditching him to play twos, guys. Give Senzo some love. He's the third rock in the Sandrockery. You can't have Sandrock Gaming without Senzo. So hopefully they give him a bit more love. Stop ditching him to play twos. Wow, what a series today. Heartbreaker, absolute heartbreaker for We Dem Girls, but dream start for Sandrock Gaming. You can't help but feel happy for them.